Give it up for my baby's daddy, y'all. Matt McCusker!
Thank you. Sorry to hot wife you guys. Thanks for coming out, man. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. This is holy shit. It's great. I love seeing people out now, man. It was, that was a fucked up couple of years, dude. We all had to just hide. Like, none of us knew anything or really what to do. It was terrifying, man. I had a kid right before COVID. Like, I never led anyone through anything. No one looked to me for advice, ever. And all of a sudden, I had a family at the beginning of just like a global crisis. And I don't know how I handled it. I still, time will tell, but like my wife freaked out, dude. I remember the day she found out, she came up to me and like she was like looking for guidance. She's out of breath, she was watching the news. She's like, oh, they're saying some Chinese guy ate a Pokemon and we're gonna die. They said we can't go outside, what are we gonna do? I did no research, dude. I looked at my wife and I was like, look, it's all bullshit, all right? I'm not saying I'm right for that. I'm just saying that's what I did, because I wanted to go do stuff. And then I had to like stick to the story, because that was like day 3. It started ramping up. We were watching the news and they'd be like, 37,000 people died today. And I'd be like, that's just statistics. That's... Talking to her friend would be like, my aunt just died of COVID. We're like, we're so sorry to hear that. On the way home, I'd be like, yo, your friend's a liar, dude. That's crazy. But yeah, that was a weird time to have a kid, like my first kid, dude. Just like to have to deal with all that. And then I had to like, be a new father, which, it's difficult, man. Everyone like kind of like laughs, like, oh, you better take a nap. You're going to be sleepy. It's like, it's not fucking funny, dude. Like I have brain damage from the lack of sleep. I like see shit out of the corner of my eyes now. So you're very sleepy. And also, no one talks about this part. You're also, as a new dad, you're like weirdly horny all the time. You are, because it's, don't be shy, sir. He knows. Yeah, because like, your wife just gave birth. So it's like the pussy blew up, dude. The pussy's out of order. Pussy's a Led Zeppelin, dude. It fucking crashed. Your body doesn't know that. Your body's just like 3 weeks into the thing. It's like, yo, man, we got all this cum. What's up, dude? What are we doing? Like, not right now. So then you go on like a 40-day no-fap out of necessity. Walking around, and people just start making fun of you. Make people shit on dads. Like, look at this guy. Look at his fucking dad bod. Look at his belly. It's like, dude, this is a cum tumor, man. It's metastasized. It's hard to figure out how to be a dad. You don't know, because here's the thing. In order to become a dad, you have to be a guy, at some point at least, a guy who is trying to get pussy. But in order to be a good dad, you can't be a guy who's trying to get pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, case in point, the dude from Maroon 5, Adam Levine. He fucking blew it. You know what happened to him? He messaged ladies on Instagram. He couldn't help it. He had too cool of clothes on. He was like, I deserve more. He couldn't do it. He was a millionaire with a beautiful wife and family. And even him, he's in a finished basement on Instagram being like, I gotta see this lady's butthole. I don't fucking care. He fucking threw it away. That's why as a dad, you gotta lay low, man. You want people fucking making fun of your gear. This guy, look at him, he's dressed like a dad. It's like, dude, I'm 37 with 2 kids. Should I wear like a V-neck with like ripped jeans and cheat on my wife, dude? What do you want me to do? I've studied the art from my father. My dad is nasty at dressing to make sure he never gets pussy, ever. He's the sensei, dude. He's unbelievable. He comes up with these clothes. He's like, dude, this is a button-down fishing shirt. They have vents in the back for sweat. It comes right out. It's like, oh. My dad just steps into a pair of Skechers and becomes invisible to women, dude. It's fucking awesome. Making kids is crazy, man. It's like, here's the thing. Like, you don't realize how out of control you are of your life until you have, like, kids. Like, kids plural. The first kid, you still don't really know. Like, anyone can have one kid. It's like getting a DUI. Your second kid, that's when you're like, oh, I'm not in control of this at all. Because after the first kid, it was such like I was so thunderstruck by the whole experience. I started like telling my wife, I'm like, look, we're gonna plan the next one. We're gonna wait a little bit, save some money. And my wife was like, come inside me. I was like, yes, ma'am. God damn it, what the hell was that? Did you ever like eat a muffin before and like afterwards, like, wait, I didn't even know I ate that thing. That's what it was like. What part of me just ate that? Total autopilot, dude. It was... To be fair to me, it is the best feeling in the world. Coming inside of your wife, specifically. Let's be respectful here. Your wife, not your girlfriend. That's the worst feeling in the world, dude. You get that in the principal's office stomach, you're like, oh, fuck, man. Fuck. They're gonna tell my mom. Nah, your wife, that's sweet, dude. It makes me feel like such a gross idiot that like that was my favorite thing. I traded 3 years of sleep to just go, that feeling is the best, man. That fucking just, that lightning bolt. I figured out that's what that feeling is, that like, that's all of the fun you would have had without kids leaving your body at the speed of light. It's fucking, Just a decade of free time, just, $200,000. You're like, oh, fuck! And there's that like last little bit, that's, you know, that's stuff you push out of yourself. It's like a weekend trip to Atlantic City. You're like, fuck it, I didn't want to go to that. It's tough. It's tough being a dad. Makes me think of my old man. I said, damn, dude, I didn't know what the guy was dealing with. Thought he was just kind of like an angry fella every now and again. I didn't know. I didn't know he was a deeply sexually frustrated man. I just let him suffer, dude. I could have been, you know, there had to been something. I could have like at least like wingman for him, dude, at dinner. He's been sitting at the table and be like, dude, mom, dad works pretty hard, doesn't he? Guy works his fucking ass off, man. It's like, do you want me to do the dishes? You guys should watch a movie or something. Yeah, man. A new dad's only solace is the occasional pity hand job. They're great. I mean, dude, hand jobs are our flowers, by the way. When a guy gets a hand job, we're like, oh my God, thank you. Aww. Wow. Women just like phone them in, man. You guys are like union laborers all of a sudden. Like, I got 15 minutes, come on, let's go. I'm not supposed to do this. Guys get all like, do you need lotion? It's like, yeah, that'd be great. Women you guys rub creams and stuff all over your bodies. When it comes time to give a hand job, it's like you're weighing fentanyl. You're like, is that enough? There's sparks flying off my dick. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. A rule of thumb, if you can't hear it, it's not enough. It should sound like wet shoes, specifically. That's your target. Nah, it's not all about dads. Women go through it too. Moms go through it. It's terrifying watching a woman be pregnant. Jesus, I'm so happy I don't have to do that. That shit sucks, dude. Your sweet wife, dude, she's like 6 months pregnant. She's like, how do I look? And you're like a fucking thing's growing inside of you. You look like a freak. You can't say that. That's the thing. When you're with a guy, you got to make sure he's not like a squeamish guy. If your guy's squeamish, he's not going to make it through the pregnancy. Kick him out, dude. My wife got so lucky because like women are already, self-conscious enough. When they get pregnant, it's like everything's changing. They need to look to you to be a rock. You can't flinch at any of it. Like, dude, my wife, the poor fucking thing, would get these blogs. She's like, oh, this one's saying that when I'm pregnant, my nipples are going to get really big. And it's like, dude, I've saw all the videos, probably like that big. Fucking. She's lucky. I'm such a pervert. Anything she was worried about, I was like, nice, dude. Nice. It's actually hot. Anyone here ever drink the breast milk? No? No? You tried your sister's breast milk? I'll be back. I got to beat off. You can't say shit like that to me, man. God damn. Well, yeah, good job. I applaud you for that. That was fucking weird you guys did that. I did it out of necessity. My wife, she was having a tough time. When women breastfeed, their milk ducts can clog. And, she was like sitting on the bed. She's like, it hurts. She was describing it. She was like, it's like a dull, pressurized ache. And I was like, oh, I know that. I was like, I think my ducts are clogged right now. I was like, well, use your pump, man. Get the pump on. She's like, the pump's not working. And we just stood there awkwardly and looked at each other. I was like a vampire on the threshold of the door. I was... Invite me in. Just say the words. I looked at her. I was like... She's like, you would do that? I was like, I thought you'd never ask. Get out of the fucking way. Yeah, because it's crazy, because like the milk, you have to like stimulate it. Like it will eventually let down. So I was just on those things, like a little suckling, dude. I was on those like. She's like, oh my God, the milk's letting down. I was like, okay, just let me know when. And I backed off and jerked her nipple off. I was like, ew, it got on me. Get me a towel. No, I'm kidding. I took it to the dome, dude. I chanted. I was like, Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I drank about 8 ounces. I woke up the next morning. I think I grew like an inch. I was like, oh, fuck, hell yeah. Sweet. Stuff works. Oh, man. But yeah, man, we have 2 daughters, man. I love my daughters to death. We have 2 daughters, and people get weird about daughters, especially a lot of men will be like, oh man, when are you going for the boy? And I'm like, I'm good with my girls. They're like, I need a boy. I need someone to carry on my empire. It's like, dude, you drive trucks for Pepsi. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up. Don't tell me I need a boy. If I want a boy that bad, this day and age, I can, flip one of my daughters. I can fucking... They come with that setting now. You can be like, boy mode, go, fucking boy. You can. I think that's one area of life women have it easier than men. Just there's one, and it's transing. Can we be honest? I feel like a woman becoming a man, cakewalk. Compared to a guy becoming a girl, that's a journey, dude. Surgeries, all kinds of fucking impossible beauty standards. It's not fair for us, dude. All a woman has to do to become a man is just buy like 1 flannel. Throw in a shitty haircut and we're like, what's up, brother? Fucking welcome. I would never trans, I'm being honest. I have nothing against it. It's not for me. I know myself. I know if I did it, I wouldn't do it for the right reasons. That's why I don't do it. I would use it. Like, I'd use it. It'd be like a power thing. Like, if I transed, I would do it. I would, like, become the most beautiful woman possible. And then I would find, like, anyone who's ever bullied me, and I'd blow them. I'd blow them. And halfway through, pop up and be like, it's me, ha-ha. Ha-ha. Who's gay now, dude? Be like, us, I guess we're gay. Fuck, all right. Dang. But now, women have it tough, man. I have daughters now, so I'm looking up women's issues. I'm trying to champion them. You guys got a lot of stuff going on, I've noticed. I went on Google the other day. Came across the gender pay gap. I was furious. I just stopped. I was like, son of a fucking bitch. Women have been getting paid 20% less for 100 years for the same job as men. That's ridiculous, dude. That's unacceptable. Dude, women are bad enough with their money as it is. We can't do that. It took you guys 100 years to figure out you're getting paid 20% less, you dumbasses. I'm a dad now. This is tough love. Listen up, ladies. Come on. I read an article that said it's going to take 437 years to fix the gender wage gap. I saw that. I was like, girl math. Easily. That's girl math. It's going to take like 400 years. It's like, no, it's not. You could fix it tomorrow. Literally. All you have to do, if you're a girl, you're at an interview, they slide you your job offer, look at it, poker face it, and go, I'll have the boy salary, please. Slide it right back. And if they give you shit, just pop out a flannel and button it up. Like, we're so sorry, sir. We had no idea. Yeah, I'm a pretty good guy, I'll be honest. Love my kids. I rescued my dogs. That was heroic. Yeah, man, I mean, yeah. Oh, please. Yeah, keep going. Keep it up. All right, hold on. I'll be honest. It was a bit of a financial decision. I was looking up boxer puppies on Craigslist for like $800, and I was like, yeah, let me see what's up with those autistic pit bulls down there. Let me head down to Dog Walmart and see if I can't get a deal. Dude, when you rescue dogs, they make you fill out like 40 pages about yourself. I had to fill out this big booklet, and I got 2 pages into it, and I stopped and I asked him, I'm like, Dave, why do I have to fill all this stuff out? He's like, well, we have to make sure you're going to give it a good home. It's like, aren't you guys going to kill it? Isn't that the whole business model? You guys are going to murder this dog, right? So let me take it. Did you ever ask them how they do it? I asked them, I was like, what do you guys got, like a little Snoopy house with a guillotine? How do you guys fucking... fucking blow them up? I don't know how they do it. Maybe they use fucking... this pack of tennis ball with C4 and it's like, go get it, buddy. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't realize that when you rescue dogs, when you get them from that place, they're like mentally traumatized and like fucked up. I didn't know. I brought my dogs right from the place to a dog park. My bad. That was my bad. I let them in. I didn't know. I opened the gate. My one dog ran in there like, who the fuck's been talking shit? And just nailed another dog. It was a big deal. The owner picked her dog up like, I'm pretty sure you guys should leave now. And it's like, dude, my dog won. I don't know. People love telling you they rescue dogs, man. I see bumper stickers about it. I saw a bumper sticker recently. I was behind a car in traffic, and the bumper sticker said, I didn't rescue my rescue dog. My rescue dog rescued me. It's like, dude, call your parents, man. Just call. They'd love to hear from you. Just call them up. It's like we were in traffic. I'm like, dude, this sucks enough. Now I'm thinking about your life. My rescue dog rescued me. That's like the weirdest way to tell everyone behind you you've seriously considered killing yourself before. Like, rescued you from what? Myself. All right. Yeah, no, I'm kind of weird about dogs, man. I'm joking around about blowing them up and stuff. Like, if people don't like that, and I get it. I get that. But here's the thing. I have, like, a little void within me about dogs. It's like an emotional block. Because, like, when I was younger, my dad would always put our dogs down, but, like, just a little too early. Like, they were old. He's not a monster. Like, you know, if like someone dies and they're 99, you're like, yeah, fucking good, you know, whatever. It'd be like if they were like 70. He just liked the new model. I don't know. I can't. There was one time we went to go put our dog down. It was a little Jack Russell. I was like 9 years old. I'm holding it in the back of the car. I'm like, I'm going to miss you so much. Her name was Maggie. I'm like, Maggie, I'm going to miss you so much. My dad's like, all right, we're here. Wait in the car. I'll be right back. He came back like 10 minutes later, just threw the dog in my lap. He's like, that vet's a pussy. Come on, we're out of here. Don't get attached. We're getting a second opinion. Parents are good people though, man. My parents honestly are. They taught me a lot about life, man. They're very hardworking. They're kind. They're very salt of the earth. They're wonderful people. But like, dude, here's the thing. You don't realize how much your parents have in terms of book smarts until you get like a little bit older. Like, dude, first and second grade, they'd help me with my homework. They're just like, dude, circle, square, red, blue. And I was like, these guys are fucking wizards, man. This is crazy. But then I remember around like fourth grade math, they'd start being like, no, you got it. You go help them. To be fair, the problem was 1/2 divided by 1/4. I was sitting there, I was like, Dad, I don't understand. He was like, fucking how hard can it be? It's fourth grade. They got you dividing fractions? It's like, aren't they already divided? It's like, that's what I'm saying. And he had a good idea. He goes, go to the back of the book. They keep the answers back there. I'm like, all right, here we go. We flip to the back of the book. It's 1/2 divided by 1/4. The answer's 2. We just looked at each other like, right on. For sure. I just like went outside and played. I was like, what the fuck was that? It's one thing to have your parent confused by the question, but to also be mystified by the answer is tough. It's tough, dude. Though to be fair to him, dude, I still don't understand. If you have 1/2 of a pizza and you divide it by 1/4 of a pizza, you get 2 brand new, fresh, hot, delicious pizzas delivered to your door in under 30 minutes or less? No. Yeah, man. My parents sent me to a Catholic grade school, which was fantastic. Another great move. Catholic grade school in the 90s was weird because I think they were still figuring out how to do it. Like, all my teachers, they were all women. They didn't hire any dudes. It was all women teachers who cried 5 times a day. These ladies would just start crying. They're like, oh, Jesus. They start crying. I'm like a little kid being like, look, Linda, everyone's 30s are tough. We're going to figure this out. Personally, I think you should be fired if you cry as a teacher more than 3 times. 3 strikes. I have no patience for that, man. Like, dude, I couldn't see a group of kids getting to me like that. I would destroy them. Just be like, I'm a loser? Okay. Yeah. Shit. Oh, well, yeah, that's why I made $27,000 last year, dude. Just be beeping my mom's car out the window. I'm like, yeah, that's basically mine right there. Yeah, I went from there to an all-boys Catholic high school, and Jesus Christ, that was worse. I went from crying ladies to senile priests. When priests lose their minds, it's like they go pure Da Vinci Code, dude. It's so scary. These guys are fully losing their minds. We'd be sitting in class, and we had this one guy's name was Father Muckluck. Just fire him based on the name. It's like, no. He was nuts, dude. He stopped class one time. We're sitting there, we're learning. He was like, boys, if you're going to masturbate, we're all like, we just quit, dude. We're all in the patch, dude. We're cold turkey. It's like, boys, if you're going to masturbate, make sure you look at yourselves in the mirror and don't think about girls. Like, this was Spanish class, by the way. I was like... And then the next day he came in, he's like, boys, if you're gay, you go to hell. It's like, dude, you tried to fuck us yesterday, man. Which is it? That used to scare me when I was little, when the priest would be like, if you're gay, you go to hell. I was always like, I was a little kid, man. I didn't know. I had 2 older brothers. All they did was call me gay. I, for a while, thought I was going to hell for being bad at video games. That was such like a terrifying way to picture God as a child. Like I was trying to like really get a good sense of what God was when I was younger, and I was like picturing like an aggressive frat bro ruling the universe. Just some guy staring down on creation with like a cut sleeve robe, just like, what the fuck, dude? Can you imagine that guy watching your life? That's terrifying. Just pausing it at the end like, dude, you let your ex-wife play with your ass in Punta Cana? That's kind of gay, bro. You got to justify yourself. You're like, dude, I was at the fucking pool bar. He's like, oh, day drinking. Sick, dude. Going in there. Yes, I'm in. Yeah, people don't really care, I feel like, about like the, traditional gay stuff, gay marriage, all that stuff. That was a big deal a while ago. Nobody really cares anymore. I think that's a good thing. Weirdly, though, there's still like 5 bakers down south fighting the fight. You know those like cake shop owners who won't make cakes for gay weddings? They're like Rambos in the woods, dude. They don't know the war's over. That's such a weird arena for that type of thing, too. Like 2 gay men walk into a cake shop, and the owner's just fucking jerking off an icing bag, like... Dude, we love pussy in this cake shop. We're not down with that shit you guys do. Let me get back to finishing the sugar dove. I'm gonna finish this cake and finger my wife, dude. It's like... Get out of my cake shop, you guys. That's like the gayest way you can be homophobic. I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. They do have the constitutional right to deny services to whoever they want. And I love the Constitution. So it's shitty, because the Constitution does rule, but also it's like, make the boys some fucking cake. I feel like here's what I think we should do to solve the problem. It's like, all right, cake shop owners, they have to make the cake. It's in the law, you gotta do the cake, but they can make whatever cake they want. Just a 7-tiered layers of hell, fucking... Just 2 melting grooms, just... Or whatever, I don't know. Speaking of gay guys, I have a food allergy. I have a gluten allergy, dude. It sucks. I know, it sucks. My uncles all give me shit. They're like, you just do this gluten stuff for attention. It's like the only attention I get is you guys calling me a pussy. I don't want that. Dude, they pick me off. I go to family parties. I walk in, I have my whole family with me. Like, oh shit, Marsh, it's Matt. You can't have bread. Do we have any bowls of cum in the refrigerator? I'm trying to do a comeback. I have nothing. I'm like, that would be so much cum. There's no way you guys fucking... But yeah, it's weird having a food allergy because like, people on like weird diets all try to recruit you when they find out. They're like my brother was a vegan for a while. He's like, dude, you got to go plant-based. He almost had me. Like, I do like the idea of not hurting animals. I was like, that is pretty compelling. But I have a problem where I always see both sides of things. So I also kind of dig the idea of killing a creature and absorbing its powers by eating its flesh. But for me, where I kind of like, where I tap out, I don't like with vegans, I don't like when they eat imitation meat. When they eat like soy chicken and tofurkey, it's not for me. It's just weird, man. It's like you're doing the thing you say you don't. That's like walking around saying you're not gay and sucking on a dildo. That's how I feel. So then you got to be like, I mean, yeah, technically you're correct, but that's a very strange choice. Like, no, man, it's a textural thing. It's just, there's something to be said for that real dick feel. You got to try it, man. It's like, all right, take your word. So now I have to go to Whole Foods, If you have a food allergy, you have to go to Whole Foods. They have all the stuff you need. It's annoying because it's all so expensive. The food there is just ridiculous. And it's also like a culture shock. to go from like a normal Philadelphia grocery store to Whole Foods. You go to Whole Foods, everyone's all like, ah, they're all peppy and like, well, hey, what's up, man? Like I'm used to like regular cashiers at like an Acme. Just ladies just fucking slumped and defeated, dude. Just a grandmom with 2 big wrist guards on their arms, fucking slugging a deer park, like, ugh. Just wiping tears off the belt, fucking. That's what I'm talking about. You go into Whole Foods, they pick up every item, they're like, oh, what's this? I never had this before. It's like, of course you haven't. You're a cashier, you can't afford this shit. Fucking, get the fuck in the bag. Everything there is expensive, dude. Everything at Whole Foods is super expensive, and the reason why, it's kind of a weird reason, like every product at Whole Foods is designed to make you feel like you're a good person. Like everything, you pick up a bag of sugar, it's like 2% of the proceeds of the sugar go towards some kid in a fucked up country. The kid is so sad. He's having such a bad life, and his mom's mean to him too. And if you buy the sugar, we'll give him some shoes maybe, and you're like, oh, that's nice. I get all invested. I'm like, my boy's out there. And you fill your cart with all this stuff. You're like, dude, I am a good guy. And then you go check out and you see the sales tax. And you're like, that goes towards bombs for that same kid. Dang it. Shoot. It does. But then I bright-sided. I'm like, maybe we'll get the shoes first. That'd be nice, you know? Pilot flies away from decimating a village. Like, you see the moccasins on that kid? Holy shit. It's nice to know there's good people in the world doing important work. It is weird that products are designed now to, like, make us feel certain ways morally. I don't know, man. That's like when the medieval church used to sell indulgences, where, like, you could buy your way into heaven. That's what it feels like to me. It's kind of creepy. And it's funny because, like, no one knows this, dude. The first company to do this was Stouffer's. They did this years ago. I think I was the only one who noticed. Stouffer's had this thing, it said, let's fix dinner. That was their whole campaign. They didn't do anything. They just put a fact on all their boxes of food. The fact was families who eat together more than 5 nights a week are 50% less likely to have children who abuse drugs and alcohol. That was it. You would just go, yeah, okay, sure. It's got nothing to do with Stouffer's. Like, if your mom's at home microwaving your dinner 5 nights a week, there's a good chance that she does drugs and alcohol, dude. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough with the information, man. You don't know what's what. I get tricked all the time. I constantly get tricked with shit. A while back, I was in a vulnerable point in my life, and I saw this article about microdosing. And dude, honestly, it's cool, but like the way it was presented was misleading. It was like, there was this thing, it was like Silicon Valley executives are taking a little bit of LSD and a little bit of mushrooms and crushing it in the boardroom. And I saw that and I was all like, am I not high enough at work? I thought I was pretty high. What the hell? And then I had like a temp job at the time, so, I took a little mushrooms in the morning and they called me like, hey, we don't need you today. So I was just in my room like, am I crushing it? I can't tell. I'll tell you what doesn't work for sure is macrodosing weed edibles and working for your father for 5 years. It's not the way. That was tough, man. My dad does construction, so we'd be in like a trench. I'm running a tamper like, Dad, do you think worms are ticklish? See my father be physically disappointed, just fucking. You think I'm gonna be like you when I grow up? He's like, dude, you're 32. I don't know. But yeah, that period of my life, that wasn't a total waste of time, honestly. I was high for my entire 20s. I was just stoned all the time. And I did learn some stuff. I learned some secrets, I think. I learned some secrets, dude. I learned how to drive, by the way. I can be so stoned and drive, no problem. I'm not saying you guys do it, but like I can tell you how. If you want to know, if you guys might be high right now, you got to drive home. You got to do what you got to do. if you're way too high to drive, here's all you do. You just look at the road signs and you do exactly what they say. I think that's what they're there for. You see 35 miles an hour, you're like, strap it in, there we go. No turn on red, I wouldn't dream of that. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful online, man. I always, I try to like keep my YouTube algorithm clean of all the political stuff, because that'll get me riled up. And I like to watch YouTube to fall asleep at night. I just watch videos, it just helps me pass out. But even like sometimes like you think the safest video, people still get in. Like we do this thing where like everyone's stepping on each other's necks to be like, I'm a good person, this person fucking sucks. And like we're running out of people to do it to now, so now it's just like, dude, I watched a video on Benjamin Franklin. Totally safe, this'll be cool. It was like a 10-minute video, all of his like diplomatic missions and inventions. The top-rated comment was some lady like, yeah, he was a piece of shit womanizer. He cheated on his wife. Just fucking nuts. I'm like, that's what you're going after? Colonial era infidelity? That's... All right, fucking ruining my night, but... So now I'm making a case for Ben in my head. I'm like, yeah, he cheated on his wife. They covered it in the movie, by the way. They didn't lie. I'm like, he also invented electricity. Imagine if it was always dark after 6 p.m. and then it wasn't because of you. Did you ever see Benjamin Franklin's wife? Beat. Beat. As hell. It wasn't her fault. All the women back then, they didn't have vitamins. They're all just fucking, They all had those big, thick truck driver forearms from constantly burying their kids. That's all they did back then, fucking, Look it up, all the fucking kids died. Don't be pussies. That's how it was back then. Benjamin Franklin's inventing electricity and his wife's just at home just burying quadruplets, dude. Just hitting the frosted ground like, I can't even right now. I hate Mondays. Comes home, he's like, babe, you'll never believe this. She's like, grab a shovel, Ezekiel 4's down. We gotta get in the ground. Fuck. It is funny Ben got caught. Because like, dude, he was taking a boat to France. Before the internet. And just fucking ladies, and he was like, no one will ever know about this. And then he fucking pussy bragged in one letter, and we're like, oh, got him, fucking got him. Thine pussy was the bomb. Got him. That was a shitty time period to live, man. A couple hundred years ago. Dude, that was like so tough, man. Dudes would just die. Like there was guys whose lives would consist of them just walking in the woods one day and twisting their ankles and just laying there for 2 weeks like, help! Help! Then they'd die. That was it. Be a family of 14 kids. The dad would go out to get firewood, just like shit himself to death. It would get cold. They'd all sit there like, dead. I like to take my modern problems and I filter them through like, would this have mattered 300 years ago? It doesn't work. I still obsess over the dumbest stuff. It doesn't do anything for me, but it's a cool thing to think about. You know, it's like even, dude, take our worst thing. Dude, take COVID. That sucked. That was bad. Could you imagine explaining COVID to Benjamin Franklin? You might get some perspective. Be like, oh, dude, Ben, we got hit with a nasty pandemic. He's like, ooh, it got the little ones. Be like, nah, more like our 80-year-olds. He's like, you guys have 80-year-olds? Holy shit, man. That's great. Like, well, it also hit the obese pretty bad, too. He's like, what the fuck's the obese, man? Then you get defensive. You're like, I heard you cheated on your wife, actually. Let's talk about that. Let's focus on that. You scumbag. He is a piece of shit for that. I would never cheat on my wife, man. I love her to death, man. My wife took me in at a bad time, dude. I was a divorcee. I was scandalized. That's tough to re-enter the dating field when you're divorced, man. That's hard, dude. You know? Because like, you get divorced, you just shatter your soul into a million pieces. Then you have to just eventually go on dates. You feel just like a blown out vet. Just like, all right, I guess I'm going back. You're in a fucking Bennigan's with some lady, and she's like, and that's when I discovered nursing was my passion. You're like, ah. It was weird too, because like, you know, my wife, when we were dating initially, I had been married and she had never been married before. So that's like an awkward dynamic. That feels like you're watching a movie with someone where like you've seen the movie and they haven't. You know, you're out in the beginning, they're like, this is great. You're like, yeah, wait till you see the end. It's pretty sad and fucked up. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Actually, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Clap it up, your parents are divorced. It's not that big of a deal. Clap it up right now. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My parents are still together. Sorry about your parents. That's a shame. But I was hoping no one would clap. Is anyone engaged, by the way? Is there any engagements? There you go. There's the man right there. Did you do the engagement photos? Oh. Ah, it's the best. Seeing your friend look like a huge pussy on Facebook. You had your foot on a pumpkin like, oh, is this good, babe? Brother, I did it twice. Don't feel bad, man. I did it Second time's dark, dude. You're in a Charlie's Angels pose. Like, I wish this was a real fucking gun. I'd shoot myself like fucking hell. Why are we in a park? Shit sucks. But no, man, I'm married. I love it, man. I'm in a really hot interracial relationship. You guys know what I'm about. My wife's black and I'm Puerto Rican. It's pretty sick. No, I'm white. I'm white. It is cool. My wife's a black woman. She can say like whatever she wants. Total freedom of speech. It's awesome. But she'll drag me into conversations where I have to be like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but white guys are kind of on house arrest right now. You go ahead. Yeah, black women can say whatever they want, except for Whoopi Goldberg for some reason. They're on Whoopi's ass, man. It annoys me. She would apologize recently for using the word gypped. Yeah, she would apologize to the American gypsy community. She had to burn 30 seconds of primetime TV to say sorry to 4 toothless carnies. Just some guy fixing a ring toss like, that fucking bitch better take it back, fucking asshole. No, man, my wife will just like drag me into these conversations where I'm like, I don't know how to respond, man. It's like I invited her on a double date not too long ago. And it was like a kind of a weird situation. It was my friend, he's a white guy, who just started dating this black chick, which first of all, I'm kind of like, that's my thing. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. And then it's like, you don't want to go on a double interracial date. Single date's perfect, because like you guys, like, we're saving the world, we're so tolerant. Once you're in like a double interracial date, now you're like enthusiasts or something. It's fucking just swirling a glass like we like what we like. You know, it's weird. But I told my wife the situation. I'm like, come on, man, we should go. You know, we haven't been doing anything. Let's go on the date. My wife was like, what kind of black is she? It's like, level 2. I don't fucking know, man. I can't possibly answer this. I learn about a lot of white stereotypes too. Being with, I hear stuff I'm not supposed to hear. There's a lot of weirdly specific stereotypes about white people you guys probably have no idea about. I always like walk in on conversations where I hear them and I'm kind of like. I just opened my door. I walked in on one recently. I opened my door. My wife was talking to her aunt on speakerphone. It's a cultural thing. And I opened my door. I opened my door. It's a custom, be respectful, and I just opened the door to her aunt being like, you know white people don't care about their grandparents? And I was like, ah, damn it, dude. Fuck, that one's true. That hurts. I didn't know anyone knew about that. How the hell did they know? It's true. My mom calls me every like 5 months. She's like, you know your great aunt Bridie died? And I'm like, Mom, do I? She's like, you have to go. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. I have to go literally ID the body at the funeral. I go and I'm like, oh, fuck, that lady. I hate funerals. Then you have to like try to like talk to a dead person in your head. It's always, I just panic. I don't know what to say. I just rattle off some shit Ice-T would say on NCIS. I'm like, crime doesn't pay, you fucking punk. And I fucking walk. But yeah, so it's fun though, man. It's cool, you know, being in a relationship like that. I get like, having a black wife is a confidence booster sometimes. Certain situations, it like, dude, like customer service disputes. Bro. Black ladies are like the Navy SEALs of customer service, dude. They fucking, it's crazy. I'm first wave, I'm the scout. I go up, I'm like, hey, I noticed our flight's delayed. Do you know how long that's gonna be by chance? And like, sir, shut the fuck up, dude. Sit the fuck down. I'm like, all right. I always give him another chance. I'm like, are you sure? You'll never guess who's following me up, dude. I just tell, I'm like, it was that lady right there. She comes back 5 minutes later with like a $50 gift card. She's like, we're taking off, throw it on the pile. Okay. Yeah, it's not all fun and games, man. We do deal with stuff. We still have a race problem in this country, you know? A lot of perceptual stuff, you know? Like, there's just, like, sometimes you will just be looked at differently, and you know, it is what it is. Like, here's the thing. I bought us a pair of matching sweatpants from Walmart. I thought it'd be funny. It's not. Nobody likes it, but they're these, like, patterned, weird-looking sweatpants, and, like, we still have them, so sometimes, like, laundry just works out the way where we're just out of stuff, and we both wear them. We don't even think about it. We'll be out, like, running errands in our matching sweatpants, and we'll be, like arguing in the electronics department at a Target, and I'll see the people looking at us who work there, and I know they're thinking we're one of those crackhead couples. I know where they think, you know, those couples that like walk along the side of the highway together? Just visibly bound in failure for all to see, just, you know those guys? They always make me laugh. I'm like, why the highway? What the hell? Checking Google Maps, like, it said it's gonna take 5 days and 4 hours. We gotta take the turnpike, come on. I love those guys. It's like the Heroin Oregon Trail. You see them out there, you're like, God damn. Prospectors. You see their sweatpants catch the wind, you're like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Yeah, we argue, it sucks. I hate arguing with my wife. I wish we didn't, but we do. We've been together for so long, it's like embarrassing at this point, you know? Because we don't even have anything to argue about. Our arguments are like, they're like abstract. They're like philosophical battles at this point. They don't even, it's like, my house is like ancient Greece, dude, when we argue. Like, my wife, it's like stupid stuff. Like, I'll be downstairs, she's like, hey, make sure you load the dishwasher before you go to bed tonight. And my brain does that thing where it's like, delete, fucking. Control-Alt-Delete. I don't do it on purpose. My mind's just like, this other thing's more important, and I hate that I do that. But then the next morning, you know, it all crashes down on me. She's like, why didn't you load the dishwasher? And I'm like, I forgot. She's like, how did you forget? And I'm like, you want me to explain the absence of thought? It's a logical fallacy, and I won't. We argue over the toilet seat. That's so embarrassing. I hate that, man. Just so stupid and cliche that, you know. But yeah, she all the time. And dude, I'll put it down. I don't care. I'll put it down. Sometimes I forget. You know, and I'm like, all I'm asking you is just fucking gently lower it. Don't slam it like an asshole. Just put it down. It's not the end of the world. And I'm like, what's the worst thing that could happen by it being up? She's like, I could fall in there at nighttime. Like, what do you run to the bathroom ass first and jump? What the fuck? So now I do. I put it down every time, but I also put that little one too. I put that down like, fuck you. I drop that down, and I pee on it a little. You can't win arguments with women, man. They'll just destroy you. It's their game. You think you win. They'll wait like 3 weeks and just fucking lance you. It'll be like 3 weeks later, and she'll be like, what's up with your teeth? What do you mean? She's like, oh, never mind. I'm like, what the fuck? They'll get you with their celebrity crushes. That hurts, man. Stop doing that, man. That hurts us. We were watching the movie Fury. Did you ever see Fury? World War II movie, Brad Pitt, army tanks, awesome movie. We're having a good time. We're enjoying it. Halfway through, Brad Pitt pops out of an army tank. He just like won a battle. He's like, yeah. His shirt's ripped. I'm like, yeah, how does a shirt get ripped inside of a tank? But I'm not ruining it for us. I'm quiet. He pops out of the tank. You can see like his stomach. My wife didn't even say anything. She just went, Now I'm watching a whole different movie. I'm rooting for the Nazis now. I'm Googling shit. I'm like, yeah, the economy was pretty fucked up. No one wants to talk about it. But yeah, man. She's a good girl, though. She's always trying to get me to come out of my shell, you know? That's a big thing. She's always trying to get me to, like, kind of open up a lot. And, you know, I appreciate that. But, like, she's always like, I want to know, like, what's your top fantasy? I'm like, you know, I'm old enough. I don't want to do anything new. It's like, you take a chance on a fetish, you can't go back. Like, there's some out there, if you bust that out, that's it. Like, sir, do you know what cuckolding is? You familiar with the term? Do you know what it is, ma'am? Yeah, it's when a man burns with the desire to see another man with his woman. We're not into it. He's a fucking freak, dude. I don't know. That's an example. It's like, dude, you can't, like, rewind the clock on that. If you set that up, if you don't like that, that's a problem. Just some guy just slamming your wife, and after like 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, you know what, guys? No, that's actually not what I like at all. Hey, it's your coworker. Like, Dave, stop, Dave. It's like breaking up a dog fight. Like, come on, get out of there. Knock it off. That'd be terrible, man. My wife always, what's your top? I don't know how to tell my wife that my top fantasy at this point is just a woman being nice to me. That's all I want. That's all I want, man. My top fantasy right now is we're driving, I make a left turn. My wife goes, where are you going? I say, it's a new shortcut I figured out. And she goes, cool. Like, oh, babe, I'm about to turn off the GPS. She's like, do it. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Yeah, but my wife, she's, you know, she's more bold and kind of outgoing. My wife likes role play, which is, you know, I do it, obviously. I'm a sexually desperate man, but fucking role. It's so weird, because she'll just fucking, you know, I don't have time to prepare for the role. She's just like, bam, go. And I'm like, because in order to have sex, when you're married, before you have sex, you have to go out to dinner and eat like a ton of food. Which most nights it ends up with like two just stuffed people looking at each other going like, nah, fucking scrap it, we'll do it later. But on this night, you know, the planets aligned, we're sitting on a couch, we're full, just grossly making out a married couple, just fucking, just like two slugs mating, just trying to force blood to our genitals. And then my wife, you know, she springs the roll on me, she goes, you're not going to tell my husband about this, are you? It's like, you want me to practice cheating on me with you? All right. Well, your husband's a good man, and frankly, he's been a good friend to me, and I don't know how I feel about our tryst, actually, ma'am. Good day, and, you know. No, she was like, seriously, don't ruin this. I was like, all right, fine. So I got real deep into character, dude. I grabbed the back of her head, and I was like, your husband's podcast is so fucking funny. Oh. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.